A group of California students had a vision: to have a voice in solving the dropout crisis in California.
I love your thoughts about vocational education. Just in general, making your voices heard, I think is overall the message I'm taking away. I think that's a really good one.
Well, I was born in Bellflower, California in 1992. Soon after I was born, I moved back to Mexico with my family because we had to go take care of my grandfather. On the weekends, we still had to pick corn with my grandmother on those hot days, and I was with my family, so I didn't really realize how difficult of a task it was and how exhausting it was. So in 1999, my family actually decided to move back to San Bernardino, California, where I started second grade. Coming to a new country, I didn't know the language. I didn't know how to speak it, read it, or write it. And a lot of the times the kids that were there going to school with me would say really mean comments. A lot of the times they would tell me, "Go back to Mexico because you don't belong here." And that really got to me because I felt that, they didn't want me there because I was different. When I would come home from school, a lot of the times I would come home crying to my mom, begging her to take me back to Mexico because I didn't want to be here. The kids were mean, and she would kindly say to me, as a strong woman, she would tell me, "Mija, un día vas a valer por dos personas porque sabrás dos lenguajes." And I would thank her for that because it's true. Knowing two languages has gotten me a long way. When I got to the 4th grade, I set my mind to one thing and one thing only, and that was to learn the language. And by the end of the 4th grade, I actually learned to speak, read, and write it fluently. In 2006, my mother, my 3 brothers, and I moved to Fresno, California, where we hope to find a new beginning. My freshman year of high school, I decided to volunteer with the Center for Multicultural Cooperation through their Latino Voices project because I hoped to learn a little bit more about my heritage as a Latina. It was my first time ever filmmaking, so as I came into this program, the first things that they taught me was the essentials of video production. And through these 5-minute documentaries, I was able to document a person's life who had made such a wonderful difference in our community. Through these videos, I learned of a storyteller named Jessie de la Cruz. She was a wonderful, courageous woman that helped Cesar Chavez with his movement, and she truly inspired me to make a difference in my own community. I truly learned the difference that Latinos had made in my community and in the nation. After my work with Latino Voices Project, I joined the Fresno Youth Service Council, where I met other students who were very passionate about serving their community. Last year, in 2009, one of the issues that the council felt really passionate about was the dropout crisis. We were very angry because we learned that 1/3 of students were dropping out of school. We were angry because nobody was asking students why they were dropping out, so we decided to do something. We organized county and statewide summits to address the dropout issue. Through the power of video, we were able to connect at least 400 students in a statewide web dialogue. And most importantly, we spread our message through videos addressing what the issue was and what the students thought. Through the various student participation that we had in all of our events, we realized that the 2 most important things students were looking for was access to college and career training. A few months ago, we met with the State Superintendent of Schools, Jack O'Connell, to show him our policy proposals, and he was so impressed of what the students had done that he's now helping us reach the state policymakers to see if we can present these ideas and make a change. How can we keep this process going, this student involvement going?
I think the key word here is engagement. We have to have even more student involvement, not less. More student engagement, not less.
I think media is important because it opens doors for people to express themselves and to show that they care for something and they have a cause. Through my journey with CMC and the power of video, I got the amazing opportunity to learn about my heritage and to improve upon my leadership skills. And because of that, I am the person I am today. Throughout my whole life, I've always had strong mentors, starting with my mother, who has always been a strong role model for me. When I moved to Fresno, my teachers at Roosevelt and the staff at CMC helped guide me to where I am now. I went from sitting in the back of the classroom unable to speak English to being admitted to UC Berkeley, where I plan to get my medical degree. So I want to leave you with something. This is not the end. This is just the beginning.
Voy a cantarles, señores, todo lo que yo sufrí cuando dejé a mi patria por venir a este país. Serían las 10 de la noche, comenzó un tren a silbar. Oye, ¿qué dijo mi madre?